Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 8th video in my series on how to make house music in Ableton Live 9. This is going to be a quite short video because we're just going to be looking at sound effects and how they can change your song and just add more texture to it. So to start off, I'm just going to go to my sound storage and go to where I store my sound effects. I'm going to leave a link in the description to where you can download the sound effect pack. Now, if we listen to the start of the song, you'll notice that the chords come in, arpeggiated. But I'm thinking of having a nice effect that kind of bring the chords in. So I'm actually going to go to this folder, go to FX, and go to, I'm going to say reverse 2. So I'm going to go reverses. I already know what sound effects I'm using. Remember, this is all personal use. I mean, you've got thousands. So I don't like that, so I'm going to use number 2 because it sounds like this. I really like that effect. So I'm just going to create a new audio track because we're not using MIDI anymore. I'm going to rename it to SFX. I'm just going to drag it in. Simple. Now it should sound like this. But you notice that the chords come in before the actual sound effect. So I'm just going to move these forward a bit so the sound effect comes in first. By just dragging that forward. Selecting all of them by holding shift and clicking on top to bottom. Now I'm just going to make these smaller, and here we go. It should sound like this. In fact, still not liking it that much. Just go back, select all of them, put it about halfway, and here's what it should sound like now. So now we have the bass slowly coming in, and I want to make a really nice effect when the drums hit. So when the drums hit, I'm going to add a reverse 9, which sounds like this. So it's got kind of like cymbal effect, which is what I want. So I'm just going to put that like that, but I'm going to put it on the audio track, and there we have it. That sounded quite good. Maybe if I put it like there, just before. So I decided that I like this a bit more because it still goes on a bit while we hear the drums come in, and I can always turn down the volume in the mastering in the final episode. Now because I want to layer another effect sound over this one, I've got to create another audio track, and I'm just going to rename it SFX2 and this one SFX1. And SFX1. I will be putting these into groups now because then it's easier to work with. So just Control G and they're in a group. Rename SFX. And I'll change the color by right clicking and clicking yellow. And there we have it. So now on this second track, I'm going to add the effects. I'm not quite sure yet. I'm going to go to this folder and look at what we have. So yeah, I want to add a preview and a sound effect of what you think your track suits. So if I listen to my lead, I would say it's a bit, maybe I want to say summer vibe, but it's not really that. Maybe I can change that in the future. But let's see what happens when I put on the second one, because that reminds me of a beach. So yeah, I like the sound of that. And now in this little gap here, I've left the space for a whole kick. What that does is it's like a big bang, and then slowly it fades out into like nothingness. So it sounds like this. So I quite like the second one, so I'm just going to drag it in and put it there. And here's what we have. think I add that symbol back again, and I'll just put it here. So I'll repeat this process and also put this FX back in a similar place. The way I'm duplicating it is just by dragging it and holding Control at the same time. And that is basically it. Really short, but it really adds something to your track. Hope you guys enjoyed. Your comments are always appreciated, as I can learn what I can do better in the future and what I'm doing well at the moment right now. So as usual, I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you learned something. Please like, comment, subscribe, and peace.